From the 10 News Communication Center, Lisa Lake, Bill Griffith. This is 10 News Live at 11.
Coming up next on 10 News, snap out of it.
If you
all
want
kinds of sports.
to get something
Sports
across,
psychologist Dr. Adrian Ahern will be here to tell us about getting over mental blocks when playing in sports. Well, we often hear about even the best athletes choking at a critical time or getting the yips right in the middle of something. So much of sports and even daily things can be affected by mental blocks. Here to help us snap out of it is sports psychologist Dr. Adrian Ahern, and it's because you do snap out of it. That's what you say.
I say that, yes. And what I do is snap out of it now as a performance coach in a book. And what I do is I teach people how to look for, find, and overcome the negative patterns that we've become accustomed to and that are holding us back from performing our best.
Now, we started talking about athletes in sports, but in fact, you work with business people as much as athletes.
I do, and the key factor in the people I work with is people come to see me when they want to perform better versus the traditional client in a psychologist's office who want to alleviate a problem.
Well, who doesn't want to do better?
Well, most of us do.
Yeah.
But it's the mindset of shifting to looking at problems as challenges rather than something that they, what's wrong with me? It's how can I overcome something?
Do you use a sport as a metaphor for that then?
I do. I actually have 4 tips to peak performance.
Please.
The first tip is trust your instincts. You know, and that really means stepping back from the performance moment when you really feel that need. Second step is stop analyzing. We think too much. And
that kind of goes hand in hand with trusting your instincts, right?
Exactly.
Because we don't trust our first feeling and we go with the overanalysis a lot of times.
Exactly. And the third step is really how to deal with overanalysis, and that's breathing. When we take
You know, I laughed at that because that's great. People stop breathing sometimes when they get in tense situations, and it deprives.
And you know what? When we make our breath physical and we go,
from the diaphragm.
right,
yes.
you know, it shifts our focus from the head to our body where we need to be when we're performing well.
It's a great idea. And it's a very relaxing idea.
Exactly. It relaxes the body, it brings balance to the body, and it focuses the mind, which is the 4th step. Focus on what you want. We often focus on what we want to avoid.
Sure, what we fear might happen rather than what we want to have happen.
Exactly. So focus on what you want and use visualization, the technique that all world-class athletes use, and feel it. Visualize it, feel it, and then let it happen.
Trust your instincts. Don't overanalyze. Breathe.
Breathe.
And
focus on what you want.
Focus. I love that.
Yeah.
Dr. Adrian, thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you for
Snap
having me.
out of it now. I love that philosophy. Let's go over to Lauren.
Thanks, Bill. Good tips.